everybody, it's Dave here. Welcome to Digital Doxology, and Dave's got a new toy. It just came in today, and I'm going to open it up and check it out. This is my new Roland Fantom 06, and can't wait. New toy. See what it's like. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. You got your user manual. That's good. Nice and big. Yep, your user manual. And what else do we have here? Information about some info on Ableton Live Lite. And let's see what else we got here. I don't know what that's for. I guess that's so you can access the Roland website, maybe. All right, so that's good. Looks like we got and garbage. What do we got? Oh, power cord. There we go. That's going to be important. One thing I noticed right away, this thing is so much lighter than the Kronos. Oh my goodness. This is supposed to be like 13 pounds. All right. Yeah, what else do we have? Any other goodies? Nope. Hey. All right. Let me set this over here for a second. Yeah. Put that out in the old living room. I'll take it away later. All right, well, let's see what we got here, guys. I'm kind of excited. It smells like a new car. It has that new keyboard smell. You know, yeah, it's like plastic wrap smell. But new keyboard smell. Here we go. All right. Fantom 6. It's a 61 key. All right. Yeah. Let's put this up on my keyboard stand right here. Believe it or not, the first thing I'm going to probably do when I get it is make sure all the keys work. When I got my first Kronos shipped in the mail, what was the place I got it from? Z Sounds or somewhere like that? But when it came in and got out of the box, there were keys broken. Some on the high side and some on the low side. They were just like flopping. Oh, was I mad and disappointed. I mean, you don't expect a keyboard like that, like a Kronos, to come in with broken keys. So, but they took it right back. They said ship it right back. They gave me a UPS label, and I shipped it right back free of charge, and they sent me a new one. Came in about 3 days. So, but it's really surprising. You always want to check those kind of things. Make sure all the keys are working. So I'm going to plug it in. It's nice and light. This is nice and light. 13 pounds. I have a little case that'll go to. This one weighs about 50 pounds. Oh my goodness, yeah, big difference, big difference. So what I got this for is I want to go do live gigs, but I don't want to take the Kronos because it's so heavy. I don't want to bump it around and get it all dinged up and stuff. And it is so heavy. I don't want to be carrying around that much weight. This is so light and easy. I have a little case for it that it'll fit, because when I had my old Triton, I had a case. I still have the case from my old Triton. It'll fit in there because it was a 61 key. And so it has a different kind of key bed than the Kronos. Oh yeah, different kind of keys, but that's okay. I'm used to that. They're plastic, you know, just like These are a little heavier. These have a little more weight to them. These are lightweight. But yeah, try that out. Let me get it plugged in a second. We'll see what she sounds like. Oh, I gotta switch my I have to switch my polarity on my pedal. Yep. There we go. Now we'll try it. Now we're cooking. Yay! All right, let's fire it up a little bit. Let's play a song and see if it can. I think it should have a song programmed in here. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I was watching all the little. No, that's not. That'll do for now. And stop here. This is probably going to be. Forward. Now I have to learn where everything's at. Let me try this. Nice. All right. Let's go to zone view. There's classic piano. I'm going to probably play around with this for a while, but basically one of the first things I want to do is get my little flash drive and get it formatted for the in the back of this keyboard. Right here is a place where you can put a flash drive, and then you can save all of your scenes. It's called. It's a little different than the Kronos. You've got scenes. You've got oh my goodness, it's like learning something all new again, where all the controls are. You've got I know I can get to the controls. Hit the little button that says zone, and that takes me to the sounds. So I can go through these and audition all these sounds. Definitely is going to take some getting used to the keys, because these keys are different than these keys. Big difference. So it's been a while since I played these quick action response keys, I guess you'd call them. I've got to get used to them. They feel differently than the weighted keys, so that's going to be a little bit. But boy, I like the piano. You got your piano here. Got your electric piano. This is going to be fun. All right, well, I'm going to keep myself busy for a while playing around with this keyboard. When I find out a few more things, I'll get back with you. If you got any questions about how to run this thing, don't ask me. I'm just kidding. There's really a lot of material out there, so I'm going to probably dive back into it, put a video on, and then have this right in front of me to work along with when I'm watching the video. 2, so 3. Hopefully in a couple
Hey everybody,
of weeks,
this is Dave here, and welcome back. This is actually the next morning after I got my Roland Fantom 6, unboxed it, and had a crazy night trying to get anything done on this thing. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you just how to get started. how to do your first song and get some patterns going and do some actual sequencing on it. That was something that was driving me crazy last night. And so when you first turn your Fantom on, you're going to see this screen right here. This is your home screen, homecoming. So my first suggestion, when you turn on your Fantom, don't try to do anything else. Just play around with this screen for about 15 minutes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These are each little scenes. When you turn on your main screen here, it'll say scene homecoming, then you've got all this stuff here. And anytime you tap on a scene, it'll play a different sound. It might be a song, like this one here, Ghost Alone. This is actually a song. Some of these are patterns. But just tap on a scene and just play it. You'll hear the song. Some of these are actually layers, so that you see 3 lights come on over here, and that shows you that there are on your faders over here, you'll see 3 of the zone select lights come on. Tap on another scene and you'll see different lights come on. Just play it. So you just play around with those for a while, go through each one. They're different sounds. And it's kind of fun. And there's actually 5 different things going on there, so you'll see the 5 of the lights come on. But I'm just going to focus right here. So take about 15 minutes and just play around, maybe play a song. If you want to play a song, just tap on the scene that says song, and then you're going to go over this way to where the play button is. Alright, and your play button is going to be over this way in the sequencer section. So when you tap on any different song, just go over to your play button, the little play arrow, and then you can play your song. And it's really cool. And when I started hearing those last night, I was like, ooh, I want to do that too. I want to do that too. So I got impatient. So, huge tip. Take a few minutes and just play around with these. Then when you think you're ready to actually get in and make your first song, you want to skip over to scene to A. Go A, B, and C. There's a couple ways you can get over to the C section. Tap on this little arrow here, and pretty soon it will eventually take you way over to the C section. It's going to take a while, but there's a faster way. Just hit enter. And then you want to go to bank C. Alright, so let me show you how to do that. Let's go enter, bank A. This is where your screen started off right there, homecoming. But I can't make any songs in this section. These are already pre-made and pre-select. Some of these are patches and patterns. They're really nice. So play around with them. And if you want to go to this next scene over, then these are all I'm used to a Kronos. And so in a Korg Kronos, I have what's called combis. So I guess if you're used to that in a Korg, I think of these like combis. Some of these are combinations of different sounds mixed together. And some of them have like special effects added, maybe even some sequencing thing or some arpeggiations going on, or different things like that. But let's say you are ready to start making your first song. So like I said, hit enter, press the enter button, and then press C. This takes you all the way to the C section over here. Then you want to skip over a little bit till you find C28. Anything past C28 is going to say initial scene. These are all empty scenes. So when you get into the C section and you get past C28, these are all new scenes that you can create. See, it all says the same thing, initial scene. So these are the scenes where you can make your songs right there. They're all just ready for you to put stuff in there. So I have put a pattern in already where it says Dave's first pattern. So I'm going to tap on there, Then I'm going to go over to my sequencer section and tap on the button that says pattern. And you'll see my patterns that I created. So let me go back and do that again. So go back to this is C28, Dave's first pattern. It says C28. It has all this information up here. And this is the 4/4, 120 beats per minute. And I'm on the first measure. This is like the marking where I'm at, the time code. And then there's a bunch of other stuff down here. Don't worry about all that. So here's your first pattern. Tap on there and change the pattern. So this is a scene right here. This is like one scene. Each of these is a scene. It plays different sounds. All right, but this is my scene right here. This is the one I did. So you're gonna do one too, but you're gonna pick, yours will be blank. You can pick any one of these that's blank. I think the last one that's actually programmed is C27. So what I did is I created my little scene right here. I did pattern, and then I put in some patterns of my own. So let's go ahead and do a new one. Let's go back to pattern, and I'm going to start a new one, C30. All right, so we're starting fresh. Before you go any farther, this is what drove me nuts last night. I spent an hour and a half making a pattern. Then I was playing around with a different scene and came back to my pattern, and it was gone, disappeared, went into digital oblivion somewhere. So, huge tip. When you get a pattern created and you name it, then you want to make sure you go over here and push on the right button. So let's say I do some changes to Dave's pattern here. Go in and I tweak some things. Let me play it. And then I did a C pattern right there. And stop. Let's say I wanted to go in and change one of these things. Then I would hit pattern utility. Let's say I wanted to delete this. Stop. So let's say I didn't want to keep that one. I want to change that one. I have two choices. I can go in and record over it, and I can hit mix. If I just want to do a little tweaking to it, I can do that. And it says track 5, pattern C. Let me exit though. So this is pattern 5, track 5, or see, this is where it gets me. In Roland, they call these zones. So this is zone 5. All right, so this is zone 5. Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, so on. And then the drums are actually up on zone 10. But you can actually use any track or any zone that you want for your drums. Okay, you don't have to stick with the zone that they use, zone 10. You can put drums on 6 or 5 or whatever. But you will have to make sure you change the sound. So let's jump in. Let's say if I want to, let's say I want to delete that. Then what I'm going to do is go to pattern utility, tap on that square, go over here where it says delete. My fingers aren't. There we go. You can delete everything or just delete that one square, that one pattern in that zone. And okay. So I've just deleted that one. But since I already saved it, watch. Now that it's deleted, let me go back to the scene. I'm going to go try something new, come back and watch. Aha, it's still there because I saved it earlier. So if you do make any changes and you're happy with them, make sure you click on write and then save your scene. Give it a name. I called my scene Dave's first pattern. And then okay, yes, okay. All right, so that scene is saved just like it originally was. But let's make a new one. Let's go down here to initial scene. And then I'm going to tap on pattern. So let me go through that again. I'm going to tap on scene 30, initial scene. And then I'm going to go to pattern, the little pattern button. Now I'm ready to start programming. So let's pick an instrument for my first zone. My first zone, I want, how about electric piano? And you see the picture change. When I change to a different instrument, the picture changes. So let's audition electric piano of some kind. Let's see, how about a Mark II? I used to have one of those. All right, so I like that. I want to make an intro for my song. So I'm going to start off with a piano in just a second, but I also want drums because I like to have the drums playing. So I'm going to put the drums on track or zone 5 right here. So I have to go to zone 5, tap on there, and then go over to your buttons on the side and pick drums. Aha. Zone 5 is now set up for drums, but I have to decide what kind of drums I want. So let's try that out. I can put drums in there if I hit pattern, rhythm pattern. Oh, so I want to use a rhythm pattern that's already pre-done. Let's see what we got here to play around with. Okay, so you got rock, hard rock. Let's just put a pop pattern in there, and I want to audition this one. Well, that's way too fast. So tap your, to change your tempo, tap on your tempo. You can slow it down by using the little rotary knob. Let's play it. I think 70 or 80, 75. Let's try it. Oh, that's too slow. So let me. That's good. I got it at 80. Close. All right. Just tap on it again to stop it. You can make a little intro if you want. All right, but I'm going to just use this pattern here, and I'm going to use it for about 4 measures. So let me record. So I'm going to record on zone 5 or track 5, pattern A. I don't need quantization because I'm going to use the rhythm that I just created. So make sure you tap rhythm sync right there. And I'm going to make it 4 measures long. I think it's all ready, so start. And just let it record. And stop. Alright, so I've got my 4 measure pattern. Let me go back to zone 1. Now, when I hit play, see, it should play the drums. Okay, so what I didn't do, let me go back. I'm going to have to do this again, see? But for some reason, it's not playing. Well, let's do the piano part. Okay, stop. All right, let's go. There we go. Let me do my intro first. Let's see if I can get that done. All right, so I'm going to record my intro, 4 measures with the piano. No quantization. All right, just do it straight off the grid here. And I like a 2 measure intro though. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, here I go. Alright, that's my intro, but why are my drums not playing? That's what's getting me. There was something I'm not doing that I did before. Now, see if it... Nope! For some reason, I'm not getting the pattern in there that I want. So let's just try it the old-fashioned way. Alright, I got my kit. I'm going to go back and quantize. Okay. that should play. Let's see if that works. Alright, so it's working. I've got my piano and drums on my intro. Now why I wasn't getting the pattern, I did it before on another one. So let's say I want to save this work that I've done so far. And I did goof up a little bit, but hey, that's how you learn to do things. I don't want to lose this, so I want to make sure I hit right, scene, and then I'm going to call this, I'm going to rename this, clear all, and I'm going to call this Dave, whoops, clear all, Dave, experiment. All right, go back a little bit, backspace. Dave, space, experiment. I'll just EXP. There we go. All right, and okay. Scene right? Yes. All right, well, let's stop right there. So I recorded 2 patterns. If I go to another scene and come back, cross my fingers, let's see if it's still there. Hit the pattern button, and looky, lo and behold, my 2 patterns are still there. All right, so let's see what's there. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Now I know what I did wrong. All right, scratch what I did earlier. Let me show you what my mistake was. I'm going to go back to the pattern that I just did. So pattern, Dave experiment, and pattern. There we go. Here's where my mistake was. I was putting my drums on channel 5. That's where or on zone 5. It works because I inputted the drums myself. Why it didn't work the other way is because I used the wrong track. If I want to use the drums that are in the patterns, then I have to use zone 10. Does everybody catch on what I did? See, this is how you learn. So if I go in here and I tap on zone 10 and pattern, all right. Now, when I hit record and rhythm sync, watchy, 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 fingers crossed. Let's see if this works. And ready. So I actually have 2, let me switch to 16 tracks. Did you see what I did right here? There's a little button right here. This switches between 8 zones, or the last 9, 10, 11 through 16, or you can get all 16 zones in one. There's my piano in red. There was my drums I did in yellow, but I'm going to mute that. Now listen what I did. Stop. This devil should be muted. All right, let's try it again. There we go. This is the pattern from the drum patterns. This is my piano. Woohoo! Now that I know what mistake I made, I'll never do that again. So my mistake, if you want to use the rhythm patterns that are built into the Fantom, make sure you're using track 10 or zone 10. Everybody got that? Don't use 5 unless you're going to put them in yourself. Let's say I want to put a bass in. All right, so I'm going to use track 2 is going to be my bass. Now I want to go through and I want to pick a bass. So how about acoustic punch bass? Let's try that. Go to OK. And I'm going to shorten this up so I can see a little better. No, I don't want that track. I want number 2. still playing. There. Go to 2. There we go. Now I don't want that bass. I want a different bass. I want a synth bass maybe, or an electric bass. Tap on. You have acoustic basses, you have electric basses, and you have synth basses. And just by clicking on a different bass sound, you can try them out. So I'm just going to pick one. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to lay my bass track on zone 2. Not there, right there. If you want to do an alternate bass track, then you can use one of these other little squares and hit record. Everybody catch that? If you want to record a different intro or a different pattern, pick a different square. So all of this is going to be my intro right here, this A section. So I'm going to hit record. And quantize, no, I don't need that. Here we go. Hit start. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. I'm ready. Here we go. Now that kind of sucked. So what I'm going to do, I messed up right in here. Yeah, I messed up right there, so stop. So if you mess up, remember what I told you. Go to Pattern Utility, tap on that square, and hit Delete. My finger's not small. There we go. Delete just, not all, delete just that one pattern. Oh, yes. Okay. So now I'm going to go back in and re-record that and do it. No. Give it a second. Here we go. Oh. Okay, so I got to go to Pattern. There we go. If it says that message, you have to go back to Pattern. There we go. So Pattern, I'm on zone 2 or track 2. This is the bass. There's the picture of the bass, and I'm on the first A square. Again, you can tap this or tap that or hit the little start button. You got multiple ways to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So go back, tap on the A square, and just tap on it and watch what happens. There's my intro. Got my piano, my bass. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta go back to Pattern. I keep doing that. If I want to go back and make new patterns, then I need to go oh, I think I just did my big mistake. Yep, I did. Guess what my mistake was? Okay, you learned, see? I forgot to save all my work. So, lesson number 1. Go back and hit this button right here. When you do some work in there and you make patterns, make sure you hit the right button and save it. Play around with this, have some fun. Just remember the huge tip, always save your work so it doesn't get deleted and destroyed when you exit out of your scene. Okay, when you go to a new scene and come back, and then come back, it's going to be all the work that you did will be eliminated. Okay, unless you save your pattern. So this is Dave from Digital Doxology, and hope you have a great week and a good day, and thanks for watching. Please be sure to hit the like if you like this video and it helps you, and be sure to subscribe and ring that little bell so that you get notified when I put out new videos. And believe me, as I start to learn this machine, I'll put out some more videos to show some different things that I've learned as I go. It's a process. Like the old saying goes, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And so it is different. I'm used to a Kronos. I'm used to Korg. I've been using Korg for 22 years. This is nothing like anything I've ever seen. So the Roland is a whole different system, but I think once I get used to it and get accustomed to it, then it'll get a lot easier. So don't get frustrated. Take your time. Remember, when you come into that, whether it's an 06, 07, or 08, when you first turn on your Fantom, this is going to be your home screen right here. And then you're going to have all these sounds. Just play with them and understand that you can play around with them. You can also record them. All right, this is Dave from Digital Doxology, saying have a great week and catch you later. Bye.